The Steelers will sit starting quarterback Ben Roethlisberger and instead start Mason Rudolph on Sunday. Greg is still here. Always good to have G with us. But Marcellus, you up first. Should the Browns be confident in Baker with the playoffs on the line?
No, shouldn't be confident in Baker, the playoffs on the line, because when they count on Baker to save them, Baker Mayfield doesn't save them in those moments. Let's talk about what happened last week. Remember we were watching that Jets game, and it was a game they were compromised at the receiver position, compromised up front. They said, Baker, it's the sorriest team in the league, them in Jacksonville. Can you go out there and just win this one game for us and we can finally be at the playoffs and all that stuff? And Baker Mayfield said, nah, I'd rather fumble the ball away the last two drives and make sure that we don't go out there and make sure we're a playoff team. So now they're in this predicament. How good it was the week before that. About a week ago when they were playing the Giants. And I had to hear Acho and everybody say, Baker Mayfield, franchise quarterback. Baker Mayfield finally took the Browns to the playoffs. A little premature celebration in that moment, because now they find themselves in a position where they got to go out there and handle their business against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just don't believe in him. It's because of his inconsistency, and his inconsistency erodes trust. So how do you trust someone who's inconsistent? When they said, Baker Mayfield, go out there and throw it 40 times or more. He's 1-9 in his career. We all know the ups and downs of Baker Mayfield. Yeah, there's a ceiling, kind of high, pretty high, but at the same time, the lows will go out there and cancel that out. I don't believe that he will be the reason they go out there and win this game. I don't count on him to be the reason they win this game. But if they do it, surprise to me as well. But I am not believing in Baker Mayfield in these moments.
You should absolutely be confident in Baker Mayfield's ability to carry the Browns to the playoffs. You should be confident in his ability, not arrogant in his ability. Confidence, a sense of assurance based on your accurate expectations of what you can do. Arrogance, a sense of ability that is over-exaggerated. See, when Kevin Stefanski was arrogant in Baker's ability and asked Baker to throw the ball 53 times against the Jets, something that Baker Mayfield should never do at this current stage in his career, well, then no, you're not going to win the game. But when you're confident in knowing exactly what Baker can do with a consistent running game, a dominant running game, with two running backs, which you already have, running play-action passes, then yes, that is something that the Browns should need to be, and it makes sense for them to be confident in that ability. Baker's not inconsistent, really, as I look at it when it comes to protecting the ball. He might have one outlier of a bad game, but still, Baker still has 10 passing touchdowns over his last 4 games. That's more than Lamar Jackson. 11 total touchdowns to Lamar Jackson's 13 touchdowns. You're wildly confident in Lamar Jackson, you just recently said. Baker's thrown 1 interception over his last 8 games. So the Browns should be confident in Baker's ability. They just don't need to be arrogant in Baker's ability.
I agree with you there, Acho. Yes, you should be confident, and I'm confident in Baker's ability. When you look at what he was asked to do, that is something that he does. That's not his strength. They're not going to ask Baker Mayfield, okay, Baker, go win this game for us. No, they understand he's not ready for that. He's not built for that yet. But when he's asked to go out there and play your part and get it done, don't turn the ball over, don't fumble 3 times, give us an opportunity when we are at full strength, then that's when Baker is at his best. Turning around, handing the ball off, then playing off of play action and all of those things. The one thing that I would suggest for Baker in this game against the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though Big Ben isn't going to play, that defense will still be out there. Use your cadence. And why do I say use your cadence? Because Baker Mayfield has shown times to struggle when he just goes into the huddle and they break the huddle, and then teams have the opportunity to disguise. Baker Mayfield, use your cadence. Get some tempo, Stefanski. Like, don't allow this Pittsburgh team to do what they've done to you in the past. And Baker Mayfield and this Browns team should make the playoff.
Look at here, man. Funny thing that's going to happen to Baker Mayfield, and it happens to all of us, when you are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're like, damn, they beat us before earlier in the season. They smoked us, actually. What was it, 38-6? All right, now we're going to face them again. Do they have something to play for? No. Oh, they may not come out as fully motivated as before, but still they're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, oh, Big Ben's not playing as well. All right. All right, who's playing on defense? You start going through that conversation mentally. And then you come to the realization, oh, they're going to be out there a little compromised to our advantage. Oh, contraire, mon frere. Y'all been backups before in the league. I know I have. Acho, you have. Greg, were you ever a backup in the league? Oh, when them starters said, I'm out, guess what I said? My turn. Give me more opportunity. Baker Mayfield go out there thinking that he playing against Mason Rudolph. Oh, no, bruh. You playing against dudes that are already bona fide on the best defense in the league. And more so, guys who are trying to live up to the name of the best defense in the league. That's a scary situation. I see Baker Mayfield in the wins of late. The wins of late, 12 completions. 12 completions, 19. So basically you're saying, you're not confident in Baker because don't give him the opportunities to go out there. But just let him ride the waves of what the running game presents. And maybe you'll come up with success. I don't know. So far, history shows me that that hasn't worked as well. Coming up. Oh, you want to go?
Yeah. Can I finish?
He just told me that we have to go.
Can I say
you can go. Say something. Say
my point.
You can, but I hope it's something worth it.
Yes, I got to say two things.
This is how we make our money.
This is how Marcellus does it. He try to end y'all with a lie and then just get to commercial before you can catch it.
Let's go.
First and foremost, Baker Mayfield in his wins as of late, 27 completions, if I'm not mistaken, and 25 completions. First off, let me call out your lie. The other thing, and last thing I'm going to say, Sal, last thing I'm going to say is
this. You want to go further?
The only reason you cannot be confident in Baker is what we saw last week against the Jets. He passed 53 times, had his worst completion percentage. It was terrible. That's the only reason. But I'm just going to draw a quick parallel. Tom Brady, in the game in which he passed the ball the most,